I will say this, and I think it'll surprise people. The fact that his bond...
Hold on, sir. I have to stop you with the camera, because I can see you. So do me a favor, don't pull it out again.
And The View, you don't need to find Trumpers. You need to fire your race baiters.
Yeah.
You need to fire the two races. You've had people. You had a McCain on there. You've had people on there before, and you ran them off. Mm-hmm. So the racist ones who want to stick to this, Whoopi and Sonny, and the, was it Bette Midler? What's her name? Yeah, broke-ass Bette Midler.
Tyrus just did the unthinkable. He went straight for The View and didn't hold back for a second. Even Whoopi Goldberg wasn't off limits this time. It was like watching a heavyweight bulldoze into a fancy tea party and send every cup flying. The scene turned wild, dramatic, and unbelievably funny. You won't believe what came out of his mouth, or how Whoopi's face said it all when he did. Grab your popcorn, because this showdown is pure, beautiful chaos with a side of comedy gold. But seriously, did Tyrus just finish off The View with one jaw-dropping comment that nobody saw coming?
Just remember, too, the Iranians literally throw gay people off of buildings. They don't adhere to basic human rights.
Listen, here's the thing. Let's not do that, because if we start with that, we have been known in this country to tie gay folks to the car.
Where the Iranian regime is 2 days, 2025, is nothing compared to the United States.
Hanging black people. So
it is not even the same. I couldn't step during this.
Tyrus, the weird thing about The View was that Dylan Mulvaney was the most feminine person there.
Yes, he was. Somebody.
Before we dive into the madness, smash that like button and hit subscribe, because you seriously can't miss what's coming next. It all started like any ordinary morning on The View. 5 voices fighting for dominance. Coffee mugs trembling like they knew disaster was coming. And Whoopi sitting there like she's already seen every train wreck twice. You could feel the tension before the cameras even rolled. Then came Tyrus. Not in person, but his words crashed into that studio, harder than a truth bomb in a room full of egos and echoes.
But it's only in America. Can a black person sit on a TV show getting paid millions and millions of dollars to have the floor and can say, it can interrupt people, because she interrupted her.
Yeah.
And if according to her, life was like in Iran, it was for black people, her interrupting and speaking in public would have led to a stoning.
Yeah.
Like the ignorance, you live in a country where you might feel a certain way, but here's the one thing about America that makes it different than anyone else. You have an opportunity, even as dumb as the
He didn't shout. He didn't roll his eyes. He just did what Tyrus always does best. With calm precision, he tore down the circus, using the same relaxed energy someone uses to order lunch. The man radiated pure, I've seen it all confidence. And that's exactly what The View couldn't handle. When Tyrus speaks, he doesn't chase drama. He flips the script so hard, the drama chases him instead. Quiet destruction, perfectly executed.
Hire them and bring people in. Maybe you could get McCain to come back. She was a Republican, but every show and every break, she was nearly in tears because she was being attacked. So the problem is that you have to go after the racist people. And if the CEO goes, you know what? I'm not going to allow a woman on my show, or man, that will go after white America and talk about them like dogs. That doesn't represent our ideals or values for anyone. And get rid of those people. And this will clear up real quick. So do you have to actually look in the mirror and clean up your own backyard and get the racist people out? Because that's who you allowed in. You allowed black racists on TV who could just go all day and say anything.
And The View, oh, they went after him like a bad idea that just refuses to die. The show has built an empire on interruptions, contradictions, and acting like they've uncovered world-shaking truths. Every weekday feels less like a talk show and more like an emotional wrestling match. WWE with coffee cups and zero logic. It's loud, messy, and gloriously predictable chaos every single time.
She has an opportunity tomorrow They won't fire her over that.
No.
She'll have an opportunity tomorrow to come on and fix it. Will she? She won't. But that's the thing about this country. Black, white, gay, straight, short, tall. Everyone's going to get hit with something. But the beauty about this country is there's always an opportunity for you to better yourself. So shame on you, Whoopi. Play the black card somewhere else because don't work here in America.
You know the irony?
And then there's Whoopi, the fearless referee in this arena of chaos. She's calm in a storm until the storm dares to disagree with her. Then that peace vanishes, and suddenly it's full-blown Category 5 judgment time. She gives that signature stare, the one that says, "You're about to regret every word you just said." It's fierce. It's legendary. It's pure, unfiltered Whoopi energy at its peak.
And I guess lo and behold, they forgot that there's a lot of people at home, white people at home during the day that are not watching your show anymore. So just clean it up.
Yeah, you know, Emily, could you imagine yourself on The View as like taking that job? Let's say they find something really ugly in your past, you get fired from Fox. That could happen, by the way. No. I never burned those photos. But I mean, could you do that?
I get very sensitive.
Tyrus saw right through the act. With that cool heavyweight smirk, he called them out like a man who's memorized the entire play before it begins. He pointed out how The View preaches unity one moment, then splits everyone into teams faster than you can say commercial break. It was sharp, fearless, and dripping with truth. The kind of reality check no one on that stage was ready for.
Gets the game ball. If it wasn't for her, asking that question, it might have been.
The real brilliance was in his delivery. No shouting, no theatrics, just razor-sharp humor and truth clean enough to slice through steel. While the panel acted like the guardians of modern wisdom, Tyrus treated their self-importance like a bad sketch from a forgotten comedy show. Really? This is what counts as conversation now? He asked. The irony was delicious. The View tries to sound like the voice of reason, yet every episode feels like a chaotic group chat gone wrong. Tyrus didn't need volume. His calm tone carried more power than a megaphone. He doesn't play their game, doesn't beg for applause, and that's exactly why they can't handle him. Whoopi wasn't thrilled, but honestly, you can't guilt-trip someone who's completely immune to nonsense.
I love Whoopi's right. I mean, it's been rough for us. I mean, you saw what just happened to me in the last segment. I'm trying to talk, and all the white people are like, "Oh, it's Tyrus. I can make a phone call." You know? And it's.
How did that make you feel?
I felt very black.
Did
Greg.
you feel black?
Yeah,
it's worth Tyrus. Malice just started snapping
By the way,
his fingers for
thank
you.
God black people don't do that in audiences.
Yes, yeah. No, we just talk the whole time and tell you how to do your show.
Tyrus carries the calm, seasoned energy of someone who's seen it all and refuses to be dragged into TV drama. It's like he's saying, "You can't cancel me. I've already walked away from the circus." And that drives Whoopi wild. Her expression was classic, part authority, part disbelief, like someone repeating the same story for decades and still not understanding why no one's buying it. The sting was in how respectful he was. No yelling, no mockery, just quiet precision. He exposed the absurdity, while The View argued about meaningless topics as if they were saving the world. It's like watching philosophers at brunch, but instead of Aristotle, everyone's quoting Twitter. In the end, Tyrus reminded everyone that real confidence doesn't need a co-host to speak for it.
Oh, nothing really comes to mind. I was like, Ching. Listen, they're bitter, they're angry, they're entitled. They also should be. This should have been a reset for everyone who pushed lies and misinformation for the last. They call them Hitler, they call these things. America rejected them. And instead of coming back and saying, we lied, they instead are now doubling down. So let her keep doing it, because if she keeps that up, we're going to keep getting the Senate and probably the House and the White House, because people see right through your lies. So keep doing what you're doing. Game ball to Sunny.
The internet exploded. Some said Tyrus went too far. Others praised him for saying what everyone else was too afraid to admit. But the funniest part? The View proved his point in real time. The next day, they played the victims of unfair criticism, twisting logic to defend their chaos as conversation. It was like watching someone argue their cat could run for mayor. Tyrus knew exactly what he was doing, dropping words like breadcrumbs and letting their reactions be the punchline. The irony? They love preaching tolerance until someone disagrees. Then it's exile. His calm roast hit harder than any shouting match ever could.
Next, Joy's going to say she's never heard of carbs. Seriously, her denial of knowing me is as believable as her red hair. But obsession? I mean, come on, Joy. Where would you even get that idea? Like Joy Behar's face, it's looking worse and worse by the day. More full of crap than Joy Behar after a night of scotch and Taco Bell. Her being named Joy is like me being named ugly. Joy wasn't there on the show. Apparently Mondays are her.
You could practically hear the collective gasp as reality hit. Maybe, just maybe, the Emperor wasn't wearing any clothes. Whoopi's reaction was cinematic gold. That sigh, that tilt, that here we go again face. Beneath the calm, irritation bubbled. For once, someone had called them out and done it better than they could handle. Every calm jab from Tyrus landed like thunder, sharper than any rant. He made the View look small without ever raising his voice. The show's greatest accomplishment, he joked, is turning daytime TV into jury duty. And everyone knew exactly who he meant.
Now to some news. The feral monsters of The View say they've never heard of you-know-who. True, the show that makes mornings hell claim that my name doesn't ring a bell. It's time for...
Our view on The View. Ugh.
Yeah, the witch's coven finally shows me some lovin'. Yesterday on The View, yours truly was the subject of conversation. Apparently, the broads have no idea who I am, or so they say. Hit it, Gladys.
The contrast was perfect. A raging storm crashing against an unbothered mountain. Even people who'd never watched The View started tuning in just to see the chaos. That's when you know a roast hits. Tyrus turned their spotlight into a mirror, and they hated what they saw. Whoopi tried to keep her calm, but the crack in her tone gave it away. He'd struck a nerve. He summed it all up without breaking a sweat. The View, a caffeine-fueled circle of contradictions, wrapped in moral superiority. The silence that followed said more than words ever could.
Jesse was a 7.
Joy Behar calls her a 10. I mean, how dare she objectify a woman with a sexist rating system, but it's such a typical thing from a 1.5.
That's what makes Tyrus's calm so dangerous. It forces everyone to face themselves. The View tried pretending nothing happened, but this time the illusion failed. The charm was gone, the mask cracked. Beneath all that talk of empowerment was just static noise. Tyrus walked through their storm untouched, proving that the strongest voice doesn't need to shout. His roast wasn't cruel, it was clear, and Whoopi knew it. Somewhere, Tyrus was calmly dismantling her empire without even celebrating the win. No cheers, no applause, just silence, the kind that screams louder than words.
It doesn't matter whether you're a comedian or just a regular old person who goes about their day. You have every right. It's your birthright as an American. If you're not happy with what's going on, you're allowed to say it. If you don't like how things are going, you're allowed to say it. It is your birthright. That's part of what makes you an American. It's part of what makes us different than everybody else. And we acknowledged all of those Republicans who recognized that it's not a right or left.
They just couldn't drop it. The View always needs the last word, even when it's the wrong one. The next episode opened with fake calm, tight smiles, and mugs raised high like shields. Whoopi kicked off with that classic teach the room pause, but everyone knew exactly who she was talking about. That's when you know someone got under your skin. When the whole panel starts speaking in code. Meanwhile, Tyrus was probably somewhere sipping coffee, blissfully unaware of the chaos he'd unleashed. The more they acted above it all, the funnier it got. The View turned into its own parody. 5 people loudly insisting they're calm while proving the exact opposite.
Here's Joy Behar talking about refusing to share a kidney.
I find my friends with a Trump supporter. I won't give them a kidney, but I could be friends with them.
Hey, Joy, it's a kidney, not a pizza. Of course, she's kidding at first, but then she goes on to explain the moral foundation for her resentment, and it's the same one that drives all deadly ideology.
Tyrus would have loved it, not because it proved him right, but because it showed his entire point play out live. The View can't let anything go. It feeds on conflict like toddlers crave attention, loud, messy, impossible to ignore. Even Whoopi looked exhausted, realizing you can't outsmart someone who fights with humor instead of anger. Tyrus didn't destroy The View by attacking it. He dismantled it by staying calm. Their biggest mistake wasn't firing Vap. It was proving his point while trying to deny it. They became the punchline of a joke they didn't even know they were in. And Tyrus? Still calm, still collected, still undefeated in the art of the effortless takedown.